Good evening. Welcome to another sorrowful episode of Diatribes from the voice of doom. Now here's your spurious and scurrilous host, voice of doom. Hello. Okay, it's July 14th, 12:36 a.m. So July 13th was yesterday. And I figured I'd do a diatribe considering all that's gone on lately in the last 24 hours. And interesting times. I'm trying to quit smoking cigars, which means I have to have a change of lifestyle. I mean, I like to reward myself with a couple puffs on a cigar when I have free time at work. I like to smoke when I'm driving to work, and smoke when I'm driving home, and smoke when I'm playing on the machines at the casino. But I'm thinking I better stop smoking, otherwise I'm gonna be having cancer and die and just all kinds of medical things. So I'm trying to stop, and it's really hard because I'm an addictive person, and part of me says it's not worth even trying. Just do what you want because it's almost over, as I've been saying. But never so much as now as when I'm realizing, yeah, I'm right. There's going to be some bad things happening over the next 3.5 months up till the election, because they can't have an election for obvious reasons. So I was going to talk about Petri Dish's foibles and his plunge into the abyss, which I don't understand. I don't see any difference between how Petri Dish is now and how he was 3 years ago, but all of a sudden the mainstream and the D's and everybody else is seeing that maybe a demented, corrupt old fool may not win the election again. Just as he won last time, he may not win again. So now they're having second thoughts about having Petri Dish as their standard bearer, and Petri does not want to leave, and they got a big mess. We've already talked about this. It's a big mess. But now to add a little more seasoning into the pot, an attempt was made on Orangey at a rally today, and he was shot. Now let me tell you how this goes down when you do nothing but watch YouTube. Here's what happens. You go onto a site, Petri Dish is giving a rally, okay, I'll watch a few minutes of that, and then I'll go watch this and I'll go watch that, maybe listen to a little bit of music and here and there. And then you go back to the rally, and it's like, this video has been taken down by whoever posted it. Okay. It's not surprising when a video is taken down, because they're pirating all over the place and you never know what's going on. So I go back to my homepage, and it's like, I see Liberal Hive Mind. It says Trump shot. Now, I know Liberal Hive Mind is not going to put a gratuitous banner on his video saying Trump shot just to get clickbait. So when it says that, I think that, yeah, Trump was shot. Okay. Go to Liberal Hive Mind, because I can't find anything on the mainstream media for a few minutes, because they're busy trying to spin it. Yeah, he was shot. Okay. He was bleeding. They took down all the videos that were live because they don't want anything like that on the internet until they filter the information they want to filter. Okay. So I'm looking at liberal hive mind, and it's like I see a still, and there's old RFK or John F. Kennedy Jr. sitting behind Orangey as he's holding his ear and bleeding. And we learn nothing except that I have to go to work, and then I'm learning on the radio that there was some shots fired. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, as they like to say, it was a shooting, and the shooter has been shot, and 2 or 3 people have been injured, and 1 was killed. And Orangey was one of those injured. So they're not going to be able to squeedle and squidle and squirm their way out of this little episode, because we have a shooter who killed somebody, and Orangey was injured, and the shooter was killed. So they're going to have to get down to the bottom of what the hell's going on. Well, security was, they had tight security around the former president, but they didn't do too good a job at the peripheries, and there was somebody on the roof who took some shots. Well, somebody was still killed. Maybe Orangey was not killed, but somebody was killed, so there's going to be hell to pay over something or other. But it only is part and parcel of the fall that I've been talking about. The head to the abyss, the conflagration, the utter destruction of Western civilization as we know it. And when I got a bunch of people into the bar who were all coming in to discuss the latest happenstances, many were QAnon, and many were just conspiracy theorists, and many just hate Petri dish. And everybody, to a man and woman, were saying we're glad that Orangey's okay, and we're glad it was him getting shot and not Petri, for obvious reasons. Petri is a wounded duck. You're not going to open fire on a wounded duck. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Orangey was shot, and he was bleeding, and he was hustled away, and there was a shooting at one of his rallies, and it's going to make him stronger and stronger and stronger. Saw a very powerful commentary by Megyn Kelly, which you should watch. It's easy to find, where she's all in with Orangey now, and you know that they've had their differences, they've had their squabbles. But when you see how much somebody has to suffer and how much somebody is persecuted, literally and figuratively, and gunned after, you finally realize, man, we got to do something about these deep state D's. You know, the people that are pulling the strings, the demented old fools, the corrupt nepotists that have crime families, the Clintons, the Obamas, the Bidens, I'll say their name, who now it's coming down. Now it is going to be where they better watch it. And I'm not saying anything about anything. I've said it before. I don't want to say it no more. People just can't keep getting away with whatever they get away with. And I think we know all about that. The Mayakuses, the Grandma Garlands, that whole side of the coin where it's just the ends justify the means, that's not going to fly no more. They're all going to have to watch their backs. And we'll see what happens with that. I can't even fill 12 minutes this time. And so many things are going on, but we see what's happening. I was right all this time. And it's only going to get worse. Between now and November 5th, there's going to be nothing but mayhem, anarchy, nihilism. The utter conflagration and the utter destruction of Western civilization. So, I don't have that much more to say. We'll see what happens tomorrow and the next day. I'll make another video, perhaps, if there's time. But we all know. Everybody knows now it's coming down. Helter skelter. So we'll leave it there. I'll talk to you again. I don't have much to say. It's pretty bad. So good night and enjoy. I'm trying to not smoke, and it's nerve-wracking. Because I want to watch myself and smoke a cigar, and I can't. So it's going to be hard. So I'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye.